educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sister Talks Led by God podcast, where we talk truth, transparency, and transformation with the occasional sip of tea. I'm Teaa.
I'm Brandie.
And I'm Teaa.
And today we are talking shooting your shot. Okay? Listen, we're going to talk about it. We're really going to talk about all the things today.
I was going to say, It's one of those days.
I have a story with that, actually.
Come on. We're ready. Story time.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Well, I think I've probably mentioned this before on here, but when I was 16, I told my husband he would be my husband.
You did.
That is a form of shooting your shot.
It is.
So I'm definitely a proponent for shooting your shot.
Yeah.
But even that in and of itself was like a whole situation. Like it started one way, went one way, started another way. I mean, because I was 16 when I said that. We didn't get married till I was 25.
Yeah.
So, that was a whole thing. But yeah, I'm definitely all about shooting a shot.
So y'all let us know as you're watching and engaging with this episode, what do you think? This is where I am. I feel like as an almost 40-year-old woman, I'm 39, that I grew up, I feel like I'm in an in-between generation. Mm-hmm. Like I was raised by the generation that said women do not do that. Mm-hmm. But then we're in a generation where they're so far with picking and shooting, they choose and pick women and men, just all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Which is whatever. So I feel like the in-between point is like, I don't feel like we should not make any attempts. I also don't feel like it should be so far where I'm pursuing.
Correct.
Right? So there's a difference, right? So the in-between for me is like, I do think there should be some level of shooting, meaning so I don't fully agree with how we were raised or the older generation. I also don't think it should be so much so where it's like, as a woman, you are doing the leading and all the things.
I don't even know if it's a matter of not agreeing with the time of back then. That was the thing. That was how it went. That worked for then.
That's what I'm saying.
But like the male pursuing the female.
Times have changed, and I think that you're just going along with what the times are facilitating. I would say,
in a way, what I'm saying is though, we were taught that though, and so that's been my thinking.
I was definitely taught that.
Yeah, so that's been my thinking. But we're living. I'm thinking while living in a place that's different than my thinking.
Right.
So having to mesh those two to say,
evolve in your thinking to match the times that we're currently in.
To a degree, though, I don't want to fully match the times because they.
So it's not a full unlearning.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a because
I feel like some things with generations, we will say, like I learned this growing up, but now that I'm older, I'm having to unlearn this. Because I realize and recognize that this is either wrong or just not the right way to go for me where I am today.
Yeah, and so yeah.
I think there's something that would be good to talk about though, because you said something. I am shooting my shot but not pursuing. I think there can be a fine line there. So what does that look like?
For me, shooting my shot is, and it's something one of my bros told me. He said, Teaa, men need to know that the door is ajar but don't bust it wide open. Let me come through
literally and figuratively.
And all the way.
No, for real.
No busting it wide open. For real.
At all. Period.
No pee popping on the head.
Like for real. That's real.
That is real. Until the I do. Then you need
there you go.
Then do all.
And then
okay. And so for Teaa, and I think this will be good advice though, real spill for women of not only a certain age but a certain maturity, a certain caliber is the word that I want to use, a certain level of thinking, because it's not going to work for everyone, and it's okay. I'm kind of defining me and women maybe in that same space. You know what I mean? I think it is okay, a strong woman, a leading woman, a woman who is used to being pursued, but it's okay to say, hey, I think you're handsome. If that's what you mean as far as, you know, you're trying to leave the door open, or to say, hey, would you like to go grab coffee? Like, that's okay. Like, to me, that's a shot that's been shot, if you will, but not this full blown, hey, I really want to get to know you. I want to pursue you. I want you to be my, like, we're not doing all that. But just put the handkerchief out there. You know what I mean? If that, and it depends on the scenario. It could be making eye contact. In one space, it could be making eye contact and a smile. In another space, it could be you walking up to someone that they just got done speaking and saying, man, I really enjoyed your address to the union today. I don't know. But something.
A State of the Union address.
So we dating presidents, candidates, presidential candidates. But I'm saying it's something. And I think the reason why I'm not finding it difficult to find examples, but I'm being mindful of them, is because it's going to be different for everyone. But you have to know what is your, okay, that's a shot for me without it being too much for me at the same time. Because what's too much for one person may be just enough for the next, and vice versa. But pursuing, for Teaa, pursuing is, okay, prime example, which this literally just happened to me yesterday. 2 days ago, somebody left me on red.
Ooh.
Y'all, I done been left on red, and I ain't a left on red kind of girl.
I was gonna say I'm not either. Like,
but nonetheless, I've been left on red, and we can just really kind of dive into a transparent moment. 2 years ago, left on red would have had me feeling rejected, but I feel protected, not hurt or nothing by it. At the same time, it did kind of illuminate a thought of like, dang, like you can't just say thank you, but no thank you. Like, say something. But nonetheless, for me, the shot was I just reached out to someone over Messenger because I don't have a personal contact or anything. And we became Facebook friends recently. And so I just sent a voice text. I know I love a good voice text.
You do. You live by a voice text and a FaceTime call.
I love it.
And I'm here for it.
I love it. And it was like 22 seconds, you know? I just said, hey. That matters because my stuff be long.
I was going to say, you clocking the second.
Because I saw it. But nonetheless, I just said, hey, you know, I was like, it was good getting to meet you today. Would love, you know, if you're open to it, to connect, maybe get to know each other a little bit more. Like, for me, that was comfortable enough. And for me, forward or telling enough to say, hey, I'm interested. And that's that, right? Anything after that has to come from that person. It has to come from him. Because for me, now I feel like I'm leading. Like, especially I didn't been left on red. I'm not following up. Did you get my... He's seen it. And all of that for me is pursuing.
Yep. Agreed.
And that's the part where I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable with what I've done. Yeah. I'm not going any further. And we'll see what happens if he responds
why would you leave
from
me on
there.
read?
Yeah, like you could even just be like, I got it. Thank you. No, thank you. And I
wouldn't even want to. I feel like engage after that. Leaving me on red, like without like a follow, like you didn't like it, like just to let me know that you received it. You didn't give any type of response.
Not I'm a processor. Let me sit with it. Let me clear my roster. Like a nothing.
Or hey,
or no.
You know, I got something going on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, or I'm not really looking to date right now, or you know, have any social.
But no answer's an answer,
as we like to call them. That is an answer.
I have thoughts about that. I mean, because I don't really know how it works. I don't know how Messenger works or whatever. So I don't know what facilitates it showing as red. But I do believe there are occasions where things can show as red and have not been.
Or listened to. And I had that thought. So I think yes, I agree with you. So to backtrack, the way you can know someone or possibly read it is their icon shows up under the message. As to show like seen. Somewhere. You know what I mean? So instead of it just being a message in the thing, now it's if their image is now under it, it means they've I
don't think it says like delivered or anything like in Messenger. But
it'll say sent.
Okay, so sent. It does say sent. So I'm thinking about a text message. So it says sent. But if the icon is to the right, like whatever their profile picture is, if it's showing to, I think it's to the right of that message.
To the right and underneath.
Yes, somewhere near the message. Then that indicates that
they've at least opened it. They may not have read it
or listened to it.
Yeah. And so I went there, like, again, rejection 2 years ago would have had me thinking all kind of stuff. But I thought this person, with the caliber of person this person is, busy. And I had to think about myself.
Gotta go back.
I didn't open up all kind of stuff.
Right.
And so I couldn't, and that's why I say it even here. We'll see what happens. Like if a week goes by and then there's a reach out, we'll see what that looks like.
And the reason I said that is because sis was like, well, I'm not engaging after that. And so
no, I'm saying like if there's no further interaction, if there's no further engagement, interaction, or anything like that, then I'm good because, like you said, there is a level of protection with that. Because why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? What's the reason why you didn't respond? Now, I do believe in allowing adequate time to respond, and that looks different for each person.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like with the week, like a week, I feel like a week is more
This
than enough
is wild.
time.
As opposed to,
her sipping.
I'm like, as opposed to what?
I don't know, Jen. I don't know. I just
Girl, be for real.
It's giving sipping on.
It's
something.
not giving solo cup.
It's
though,
not
like,
dripping on sipping on gin and juice. Lay back.
This is also water. Okay. I stay hydrated.
She loves water. So yeah, so that's where I am with that. But I'm proud of me that and for me the moment of proud is happening now because I don't do this often. Yeah. You know, I haven't dated.
I don't think I've ever done it at all.
Yeah, I've not dated in a long time. When I did date,
not on that level, I will say.
Yeah. When I did date, it was like a relationship, then a marriage, or a very long term, like, you know what I mean? So it was like, okay. So even that, I'm navigating and learning a different time. Like, this is different than high school or college.
Especially
even
high school for us.
That's what I mean. It's
like,
different.
It's a whole.
It's different, you know.
I used to write notes growing up, you know, pass notes in school.
Yeah.
So like, I
that was
like
shooting some shots.
Yeah.
That was.
So in my
Mash.
early on,
That is bad.
early on in life, I probably
remember.
did shoot some direct shots.
Yeah.
But where I am now, I would probably start indirectly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like with the. There's some way I'm going to get your attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm probably not gonna walk up to you and be like, hey, you know, like, you cute, or you know, like, or you handsome, or you fine. I probably wouldn't do that.
Okay.
And but so, that would be something. Like, I would do something. I don't know. Like, I can't think of an example right now. But you gonna see me.
I feel like in this time you kind of do have to be a little more direct because maybe it's just me because the place that I'm in, but I can see a woman or man or anybody and be like, you are so well put together, or you look great, or you're very handsome. And please don't think that that's me shooting
And see,
a shot.
that's
It doesn't
what's so
have to mean.
it doesn't, and that's what's so funny for me.
I'm just
It's like
admiring you,
yes,
and what you've done.
absolutely.
Like there's a guy at my job, he be looking,
how he be
smelling
looking,
amazing,
yes,
and
it's okay to compliment
he's not even
people.
my type.
You need to introduce me,
but I can,
Baby.
Okay, but I can appreciate the way he carries himself, how well put together he is, and when I notice it, I say it. One, because I don't think that enough Black men are encouraged in that way, number one. Yeah. And we're in a corporate setting.
Yes.
He rocks his natural. He rocks braids.
Okay.
He rocks twists.
Come on.
And I love that he is free to be him as a Black man, but still looks clean, looks put together. And I make it an effort to let him know when I'm like, you look great.
And see, I love that because I'm very complimentary. So this is what's so funny is the same compliment can make me be shy or bold. Like if I'm just trying to compliment you because I want you to know, like, hey man, you smell nice. I grew up in a barbershop. I'm gonna notice an edge. I'm gonna notice some socks. I'm gonna notice. I'm gonna notice a fresh fade. That's a right. You know, I'm gonna notice those things. A well dressed man or whatever. Like,
do you still have your license?
No,
because the people don't know.
No, I don't.
She did hair.
Yeah, used to. I still can, but I'm not licensed. So yeah,
thanks
for the shout out. But
the hair. That's why the hair be whipping.
Come on,
whip the dick.
Shout
don't hit your head out. All right, amen.
Shout out to Cordelia Day Lusk in Oklahoma City and Edmond, actually, who is my hairstylist. She got me together. She keeps my hair healthy and sleek. Thank you. But it's like, so compliments, it's nothing for me. Women, men, whomever. I'm like, acknowledge people, you know. But if I'm looking to say it because I'm trying to say something to you for real,
because you're interested. Like,
now I'm like
bashful.
I'm shy about it. I looked up the word bashful the other day. It means timid. I was like, I'm not timid, so I'm not bashful. Y'all know me. But I was like, now I'll be like, hi. Girl, no, it's like I get a little shy in that area, but once I'm clear, I'm out to the races. Like, I know how to be a woman. I know how to be. But it's that initial, it's the vulnerability of I'm about to say something that could go great for me, it could not.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Because it opens you up to possible rejection.
It's vulnerability, but I'm okay with it.
We have to get to a place too where we're okay with rejection.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's a part of life, right?
Now I will say that I will compliment a woman from I could be over here and she could be way over here. Girl, I like your shoes. Girl, your hair is cute. Where you get, something like that. But with men, I will say that sometimes I hold my compliments because I feel like we are living in an age to where sometimes when you compliment men, they think that you're thirsty. And it's just like, it ain't gonna ever be that.
If I ever compliment you and you come at me like you think I'm thirsty, I will hurt your feelings. And I mean that.
Yeah.
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah. Because what's wrong with, just giving a compliment? Like, it's okay to just offer a compliment.
Yeah, so
it doesn't have to be
that
anything behind that. So, I feel like there has been times where I'm just like,
never mind.
He might try to get my number and I don't want to do it's okay.
But I think that's even good for us to practice and say, you're like, because they need to be taught as well, just to me as much as we need to be. Like maybe versus ghosting somebody saying, hey, really enjoyed the date, but I don't think we're going to go in the same direction.
Yeah, that's okay.
So the same thing with the men. It's like, man, I love your haircut. Or I like that suit. Thank you. So what's up? Hey, thank you, but I was just wanting to compliment
I appreciate that.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
Thank you.
Like, but no. Nice suit though.
No, don't do too much, sir.
You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to tell you your face
I
is
just
cute.
wanted to tell you your shoes is cute.
Yeah.
Where you get them from?
Yeah.
Yep. And for me, what I'm learning about this shooting your shot journey, which again, I'm not out here, bowling. Like I ain't out here just shooting. Come on. I ain't out here shooting all the shots. But for me, girl up. Backside. Focus. But for me, I also recognize.
Watch screen.
Okay, you still going. To all the athletes out there playing basketball, y'all know exactly what's happening. Okay, listen, for real. What I also know that this is doing for me, though, is I think a part of this has nothing to do with the response, but a lot to do with my journey with Holy Spirit.
Yes.
And trusting Him and trusting me in this, because I can be like, should I, the overthinking. And it's like, you have Holy Spirit.
She's saying, should I?
Yes.
Okay, because
thank you. We don't need the captions to get at the road.
Because we'll get it off, and I needed to.
That's so good. Thank you. But it's like, should I do this or should I not do this? And I can say that in a sequence multiple times, and look up, and I'm overthinking, versus trusting me and the Holy Spirit in me to just make a decision. And if it's not the right one, there's grace for it. If it's the right one, there's grace for it. Like, it's okay. So I know for me personally, this is some of that too. Like, it's less about what someone may say or not, what it could turn into, but trusting Holy Spirit, because I've not dated for 6 years, and the first 5 of that was because Holy Spirit told me not to. But then He's released me from that. But then there's some getting back in there. He told me, I think it was last year, He said, I need you to cast your net again. And He wasn't saying shoot. He wasn't necessarily meaning shoot your shot. At that moment, He was saying, I need you to even be open to what I'm trying to open you up to, so I can do what I'm trying to do for you, so that you don't self-sabotage, And so I'm in that space right now of being on a journey, if nothing else, to grow in a relationship with the Lord in this way. I know more is coming from it. Yeah. But that's a part of it too. So I have to be mindful of that, so that I don't put all my energy on irritation towards what someone didn't do, and be less focused on, hey, but what did you get out of this? Like, hey, you shot a shot. You shot a shot, girl. Like, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You missed. You didn't get it in between the square, but it's okay. I know it's not a miss.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't know yet.
Correct me. Yeah, we
don't know yet. It's still up in the air.
Y'all check out what just happened. We need this.
It's in slow mo.
It's good. Reinforcement, encouragement, accountability. I want y'all to catch what just happened. Neither one of them was gonna let me be there.
Yeah.
I too want to say this too, that even if it is rejection in the moment, right? Because as I said, well, like with my story, I told my husband he would be my husband when I was 16. Yeah. But in that story, there's lots of moments of rejection. Yeah. There are a lot on both ends. Yeah. Right. But at the appointed time, we came back together, and it happened as it was supposed to. Doesn't mean that you shooting your shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
It can be a process. It might not be tomorrow. Might not be next week. It could be some time from now. It might have started a bud where y'all become friends, or you never know. Yes. And so I want to encourage anybody who has shot a shot that may feel like it was a brick or no glass.
Yeah, come on.
You didn't call glass So don't
but
count.
yeah. So but don't be stuck in that or caught up on that, because that's not the end all be all. Something can still come of that.
I love that.
Even when it didn't turn out the way we anticipated that it would, or would think that it would, or would want it to.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's so good.
So yeah.
As you were talking, it reminded me. So this is a Teaa thing. Before I'm gonna say anything to anybody, now mind y'all, I only done this twice. I ain't been out here in these streets like that.
I'm out here shooting all the shots.
But I'm gonna make sure you're single, or at least do my best to find out if you're single.
Do a little bit of research.
Yeah, do a little research first, because that's important to me too. Not to be dishonorable intentionally, right? Sometimes you don't know, know. But I asked someone who, and I didn't know him at all. I had literally just met him, but I knew someone who was close to him. So I reached out to her. Oh yeah, for sure. So I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, question." And so she cracked up. She said, "I'm not surprised." And I said, "Why you say that?" And so she was just saying, "He's a rarity. Like he's just a great, And she says, "But you are too." So she said, "I would just thank you." So she said, "I'm gonna tell you what I would tell my daughter." She said, "I would just be straightforward." Yep, she's older. Yep.
Okay.
And so she said, "I'm gonna tell you like I would tell my daughter." She said, "Just be straight up and straightforward, and just say, hey, you want to grab coffee or tea?" And instead, she says, because you might not even like them. You know what I mean? I do too. We gonna pause and get one. And so she says, you may not even like them, and that stood out to me because a goal of mine is in my thinking.
Did you say she said you may not even like them?
Yep, and that's so real.
It is real.
And so a goal of mine in my thinking, which I try to translate in my actions, is in upon meeting a person who I know appears to be a quality type man, my mind it don't go there first. I'm like, do I even like you? Let's just have a conversation.
Would I want to have a conversation with you?
Can we be friends? Because that's important to me. That's a foundation. So when she said that, I cracked up. But anyway, she said, keep me updated. So the next, I did, what I said. And the next day, which was now over 24 hours later, nothing happened. So I text her and I says, update. I said, I sent the message. It's been seen, no reply, all is well. And she said, and I could just hear her, like, that's interesting. But she said, she says, as you said, all is well. And that's where I'm at. Yeah. All is well. But being careful and intentional, even as you're shooting, to know what your aim is, right? Yes. Don't go from don't try to go from shooting to marriage. Please, you know what I'm saying? Not that you're not thinking that. I'm
basketball analogy, but don't be out here throwing.
Just don't be out here doing too much.
Half-court shots. We just need you to do the free throws.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, you're just hoping for anything.
Yeah, like don't do from half court. Be open, but start at a good starting point. Like, hey, would I even like this person? Like, yes, the outward appearance, or not only just mean outward looks. I'm saying the initial. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The initial what I see of this person. Oh, they are intelligent. You can tell just by context clues. Person VP of a company. There's some stuff there. They stacked, but that doesn't mean they stacked for me. So I need to find that out first in conversation. Like, you may be great, but maybe not great for me, nor me for you.
Which is the thing.
I think what's interesting is that I've heard so many married people say, I didn't even like my husband at first. Or my husband didn't even like me at first. And I don't want that. Which I think...
Do you know what they meant by that?
I don't think that they ever went into detail. I think it was more so it wasn't like outwardly, like looking outwardly.
Appearance. They weren't attracted.
They weren't physically attracted to them initially, and I guess the attraction grew.
Okay.
So let me. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Because
I guess the attraction grew over time, but they are happily married, like successful, doing all the things, like walking in purpose.
Okay.
How does that feel as the
oriented,
spouse though, to know like my spouse wasn't initially attracted to me? Like I
don't know if it. I think it was physical attraction. Like I don't. Yeah, I
you don't know what the context of attraction.
Yeah, I don't recall like all the details, but
like,
I've heard. Yeah, that's came up in conversation many times.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Toby Nwigwe, the like singer, he said many times about his wife that he was not checking for like no interest at all for many years.
Yeah, I do remember that
before they got married, and now they married, and she's pregnant again. I'm like, she is pregnant again. Amen. He keep her pregnant.
They multiplying.
They're very much.
That's like 4.
He already had one, and I think they've had 4 together, or 3.
So
or this will be 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Girl,
Because
there's no sign of like,
you know what though,
he's very spiritual too, so he may be of the mind that I'm going to have kids as long as God, the Lord bless me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is good though, even the physical attraction part, because, and I know this may be controversial, but the thing is, marriage is about purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, not about looks. Now, looks is a bonus.
Lord,
let me.
Is it a bonus?
When I say a bonus,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Well, I know my husband gonna be fine, and he gonna think I'm fine. I'm saying that to say again, that was a very bold.
But are y'all
statement.
gonna be the only ones that have that opinion? Is the question.
I think I honestly.
No, you are fine, but I'm saying you're beautiful. But I'm saying like, are we gonna see him and be like, this is husband? Or are we gonna be like, that's her man?
That's right there. That's purpose.
Walk in and say, you better work. Y'all better listen.
I just love you and your purpose party.
Baby, we need a co-worker. If I ever hear it, I'm bad. It's a gang up.
I'm going to
Go
say,
back and watch episode 5.
I'm gonna say walking purposes.
We are so good for saying y'all look so good together. So I feel like you don't hear that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He look like his daddy.
No, what I'm gonna say is walking purposes. That's how you know.
Like, what if we really are walking in purpose?
It's like calling a baby precious.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna say walking purpose if that's the only thing you're doing. Okay. If it's anything other than that, I'm gonna be like, oh, y'all are a beautiful couple. But if it's only y'all walking in purpose, then you know.
What? Hilarious. It's so true.
The thing,
so let me
attraction is
backtrack.
personal though.
It is.
I'm not always gonna think somebody might not think my
beauty is literally in the eye of the beholder.
It really is.
And I don't want to backtrack the statement, but I do want to be mindful. When I say a bonus, I'm saying we gotta be mindful. Being mindful not to get caught up on looks and you miss the purpose part, right?
So purposeful.
And so it's that, yes, attraction matters to men and women. We ought to, or want to for sure, look at our spouse, because before we wake up in the morning to do purpose, we looking at each other.
Absolutely.
And so it matters. I
need to know be attracted to you.
Yes,
I need to be able to look at you
and like what I look at.
And like
love.
And I am. And I will, he will. I know that. Stomach is wild. So I'm just more so saying, again, especially as we're shooting shots, if we're, on that, being careful that it's not solely about that you're willing to look over the fact that our purposes don't align, but he fine.
That's crazy.
Or she's fine. Or she's fine and funny, but I can't see her raising, I don't
want my kids to look like her.
Or, what you gonna say?
That's a thing, y'all. Like
it is. No, it is.
So Dr. R.A. Vernon is very adamant about the fact that you need to be attracted to your spouse.
Yeah.
When you are not attracted to your spouse, it opens up doors for all kinds of things. Because you will. We are visual people. Like if you're not cute and I see somebody that's cute, my diverted. Like it's just as purposeful as we may be. Like. I'm not saying that I'm gonna completely be off track, but I'm saying I'm going to look. You're gonna look anyway, but I'm just saying like sometimes the look be more intent than it should be. But I think when you're not attracted,
I think there's a difference between seeing and looking though.
Yeah.
Like to me, I can see that you're beautiful and you're walking by. But if I'm turning to look, that's some intentionality there. That's something else. That's rooted in something different.
That can happen. Yeah, it might be rooted in the fact that you really don't think your husband is attractive.
Understood. But it's like,
you are distracted.
Yeah, that's my hope. But y'all.
But there's some accountability on yourself too, though. Is that people get what? Cheated on?
No, I wouldn't say cheated on. That I think I mentioned before that, like, I knew someone who was engaged and someone took them from their fiance.
But can you be taken?
Literally, my dad was engaged to someone else when he married my mom.
I was gonna say you're single
before he married my mom.
You're married.
When I say taken, I'm saying it's a choice. You can't take me.
You can't take somebody
to leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I mean by that.
Yep.
Like
you do have a choice in the matter for sure.
If I'm leaving, I didn't want to be here.
Until
even if in the moment,
or I did, and then I found something better.
I found something better.
I wasn't really attracted.
Ooh.
I'm just.
But see, to me, that has to do with that person who's doing that leaving. Like, there's something inside of you. Like, if a pretty person can make you get that far off, that's not that person. That's not their look, their beauty.
Oh yeah, and
you weren't really ready for me.
I will say too that my dad's situation.
Because
let me clean that up. My dad was engaged to someone who lived in another state. It was a
long distance relationship,
and he was not really for that.
Checking for that.
Checking for that, and so. You know, my mom was not out here harloting. Well, she might have been. I don't know. But anyway, he didn't want to be. My point, he really didn't want to be in a long distance relationship.
So, that's fair.
Which speaks to the root of why
she
didn't take him. He left.
Yeah,
you know, I was affirmed. Hey, Daddy.
Yeah,
I love you.
Exactly.
My parents were married for 50 years. Okay, amen. Just.
Yeah.
Also, they only knew each other for 6 months before they got married.
Yeah.
Baby, if you're engaged for 5 years, no.
Yeah.
It don't take that long.
And even that real spill, like, I believe when you are in a place, which is another thing that could be good when someone is not reciprocating. This is male or female, right? Yes. Men shooting their shots and women are reciprocating. They may not be where you are, right? You may not be where they are. And so that's good. Like,
which again,
protection. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that Prophetess Tiffany Montgomery says something I think is so good. She says success doesn't take time, it takes God. You know, and I think even successful marriage, successful engagement, whatever that could be, marriage or ministry rather, business, literally all the things. Yeah, all the things. It doesn't have to.
I feel like there are rules for the world, but there are no rules. There are no rules and there are no limits when it comes to God.
Like, it doesn't have to take time. Doesn't mean it won't with him, but it doesn't have to, depending on if he no, they don't have to. So even that meeting and being engaged in 6 months, and that's why I believe, and again, this for me, purpose is so important, because if I know I'm called to you and you're called to me, there likely will be some things that the world, people, family, best friends are not going to get, but you got to know this is where I'm supposed to be, this is how I'm supposed to do it, and we're rocking. Now again, within wise counsel, seeking the Lord, all the things, we talking about all that. I'm not saying outside of all that, but nonetheless, you know what I mean? Because it might be 6 months. Like, I truly believe I'm going from friendship to engagement. Yes, I really do. Like, I don't think it's gonna go friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, and I don't. I think it's gonna go from, because we're both coming in intentional and knowing where we're going, even if it's not with each other, but we know what we're looking for. And so it's no need to be like, we be my girlfriend. It's like, no, we be my wife. I believe that. I know that.
So interesting how things happen, because we weren't officially engaged either. We just got married. Like, we knew we were each other's spouse. Like, there was we not having no whole conversation. Okay, what's the date?
I was going to say, there's really not much to talk about.
Like, then what's the date? March. We pushed it back to June. All right. 12 years this year. Amen.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, it just, there's not, when you know, it doesn't require all that extra stuff. Right. When you're in alignment, when you're in purpose, pretty in purpose. I'll just play. I'm not shallow. I know it's coming off that way. But it is just, it doesn't take all that. When you know that God is in it and all of that, then I mean, if there's a flow to it, there's an effortlessness to it. Yeah. And God is in it. Yeah. And it just happens how it's supposed to. So
I was trying to remember the rest of the lyrics.
Oh, well, you know, our memories are horrible. Amen.
When God is in it, there is no limit.
That's all we needed right there. Cause I y'all know me and where I stand with lyrics. I don't be knowing them for real. I messed something up.
I never know the lyrics. Yeah.
I think I was singing the Parker.
It's not over. That's the next part. It's not over.
Oh, amen.
All right.
I don't think I know that.
Praise the Lord.
You do. Okay.
I do. Okay. Check out our live, because we're referencing the live, because she was I was singing she meshed two songs together.
Yeah, it was
some sister song, but you was doing girl.
It was the Parkers, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, you were singing the word "sister" to the theme
we are
rhythm of the Parkers. She said, "No, we're the Parkers."
But it was Cheetah Girls was the we are sisters.
And I don't even think I watched Cheetah Girls all the way through. So that child, listen.
Check out our live. It is live on our YouTube.
Yes, episode 5.
Subscribe.
Check it out.
We will be going live on YouTube next time.
We will.
Yes, because we reached our milestone.
Did we?
I think.
We were at 49.
We're one away.
Yeah.
I feel like by the time this episode airs,
I do too. We're standing in agreement.
Yes.
Amen.
We will have reached our milestone.
We'll be over it.
Amen. Amen.
I believe that
Amen.
too.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So talking all the things. So we've talked shooting
your shot. Should you not? You absolutely should, within reason.
Yes.
Amen.
Within reason.
I think it's okay to. Yep.
We not chasing.
Not pursuing.
Yeah.
What does chasing look
Not
like?
desperate.
She already said what chasing look like.
I think. Go ahead.
If she follow up on that message, she's chasing.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Just don't
Overexerting
overdo it.
yourself.
Yeah. Just don't do too much.
Yeah.
Especially if you know they
Expressing
saw the
interest is
message.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going beyond that is you doing a lot.
And don't allow the enemy to make you think, no matter the response or lack thereof, that there's something wrong with you.
Right.
In whatever capacity.
Don't
that could be.
internalize.
Don't internalize.
Yeah.
it.
Don't internalize that.
Nope.
Because
Exactly.
And I will say, which this has been a topic of discussion, just in general. You mentioned going out for coffee. There was this thing going around.
Yes. Don't take me out for coffee.
Yeah, that women don't accept.
Look at how the Lord is doing. 'Cause I was gonna say, let's talk about the things with the dating that the girls are out here saying they're not doing.
Okay, let's talk about it.
acceptable.
So-
Because y'all out here doing the most, and that's why you still single. But anyway, go ahead.
That may not be why, but it
What
could
about
very
me?
well be.
No,
Yeah.
I'm being
But
funny. I'm being funny.
You mentioning coffee made me think of that, and it's just like it made me think about it differently
Okay.
because
What was
now-
the original thought? What's
the original thought was just like
I ain't going on a
coffee, not
wasting my
coffee to me give quickie a little. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna go into details.
But to
it's
your
just-
point, it is a quick, like we over a cup of coffee. We can get to know a lot that we need
But
to know.
someone on social media
This ain't-
helped me
you're right.
understand.
Yeah, this cough and my throat is kind of starting to hurt. If I'm being honest.
Okay. The devil is a liar.
Yeah, I don't know what that
in the
is.
name of Jesus.
Yeah, we bind that. We speak healing right now in the name of Jesus. But there was a girl on social media and she was just like, listen, give me all the coffee dates. Because with coffee, 9 times out of 10, I'm already dressed for the day. We can go grab coffee. We can chit chat. And I can really tell if I really want to take this a step further.
Absolutely.
And we've only talked for, anywhere from probably 30 minutes to maybe an hour. And so I can tell in that moment where I want to go.
Yes.
And it's
Or
quick.
if I want to go.
Or if I want to go.
Yep.
To whereas dinner, we're taking our time getting ready. We trying to figure out all the fits. We trying
Just to get there and be like, I don't like this man.
we're trying to dress to impress, like just all the things. Like when with coffee, it's just kind of like, let me go on this coffee date real quick to see if I really like him.
I'm really
And it's
interested.
if I'm
And
really
it's only
quick if
interested.
it's not engaging. 'Cause I've been on coffee dates. We sat there for
hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
You know
that
what
is
I
the thing.
mean? And it went from there.
Which
you know what
helps
I mean?
determine whether
Forgot
or
all
not
about
you
that
want to go
coffee.
to the next level. So I kind of see now from a man's perspective, because it's like I think it was Trey who mentioned like dating
Shout out
is
to my son,
expensive.
Trey.
Dating is expensive, and it can be expensive.
It is expensive,
and
especially depending on the kind of woman you're taking out.
exactly.
Because some of you heifers don't like
Cheesecake Factory. Take me there. Give me the top.
Take me where I like to go.
Take me to get the chicken.
Do not
poppers.
take me to do not take me to Cheesecake Factory. Not because of I'm bougie, but I don't like their food. The only thing I like are their chicken, their lettuce wraps.
That's what I said. Give me the top lettuce wraps.
Yeah, the Thai lettuce wraps. That's the only thing I eat from there. They are delicious. But I'm not. You can. We can go to Chili's. We can. A day. We can go to S&B Burger.
Yeah.
We can go
Fish
anywhere.
fillet sandwich.
Baby,
It's in
we
this
can-
car at the park.
We could. Yes.
We could.
I'm just,
Because there's that what let's be very clear too, and I think that comes with a certain level of, I don't think that's lowering your standards or anything, because the kind of woman that I am, whatever level you're on now is not the level you're gonna be on when we're together, if we are together.
And I think that's where the idea comes from. It's, if I accept a coffee date, he's not going to take me to you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't take me to Mahogany's if I like mahogany.
I would agree, because why is that the thought?
A lot of people say that where they take you on your first date sets the standard. So if it's a Chili's, they're gonna think that they can always take you to Chili's.
Or I can just say,
that's
hey,
a
I'm
conversation.
Thankful. Yeah, thank you for the intentionality.
intentionality.
Don't take me here no more.
Right. That's we gotta get into communicating.
Yeah.
Like,
And
a lot
all
of
of
times,
those
most
things-
men will ask you where you would like to. Most men would ask you, "Is there anywhere particular you would like to go to dinner?" Or some men may take the initiative and say, "Hey, we have dinner reservation," or "I would like to take you to dinner, Friday at 7 if you're free." And if you want to ask where.
And
if
for
you
some
don't
men,
feel the need to ask where, and you just want to kind of keep an open mind about it, then keep an open mind and go.
And for some men, Chili's may be the best, not because they can't afford something else. That may be, they may not have been, not necessarily exposed to other restaurants, but it might be like, this might be new to them too.
Their palate may be basic too.
Who knows? Like, it's so many factors.
I have a very childish
It's so
palate.
many factors that I think a conversation, because sometimes we'll sabotage something. We will cut something so quickly before a conversation, and it's like, oh, I just said one thing.
I will say
and
certain
shifted.
things do set the standard of the relationship. I would not say a restaurant sets the standard of a relationship,
because that can be a conversation. How you treat
anybody
this
dating-
restaurant. We get here, you ain't got
Did
no
you
money at this
open-
restaurant.
well,
It's some
did you
other stuff.
open
I'm
the door?
You sipping me with
were
the
you on
check? That's
time?
crazy.
Sipping me with
That's
the
what I'm
check,
looking
yes.
at. Were
Were
you
you
on
on
time?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at that.
Or you want to go Dutch?
intentionality?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going Dutch. Not at my big age.
Not depending on
It
the type
depends.
of. Yeah, for me it depends on the type of. Like if it
But
was the
that's a
coffee
discussion,
thing,
too.
I would pay for my coffee. I would, because I'm not. If you didn't ask me, or like this one, if I'm like, hey, let's just connect, because again, I'm just social.
So you feel like the
connection.
person who asked should pay?
Not necessarily. I'm saying.
Let me. I think that the person who asks should be
willing,
and open to paying.
Agree.
Now, if I'm honest, most of the men or the caliber of people that I've dated,
I'm not paid.
Correct.
Yeah.
The expectation for me
But I
is
don't
that
mind
if
it.
you ask me, I like you said, it's like there's a level of expectation. I expect
Yeah,
you to
if
pay.
you ask me,
However,
I expect you to
I'm
pay.
going to be ready. We need to, let's be grown about it. Be mature about it. Do not go on a date if you do not have the funds
Don't
to
be no
pay.
fool.
Yeah.
If you do not have the funds to pay, you always want you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay?
And that's the thing,
you don't
too.
want to
You
have
wanna
to be
go-
back there washing dishes, which I don't even think that they will allow you to do that. That's just something that we
you're
just
definitely
we've said.
service.
We've said over the years.
However, but also consider yourself also when you don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory or Chili's and you want him to take you to Mahogany's, be prepared to pay that $200 bill if it comes.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
the reality is
You should not want
y'all
him
don't
to take
eat like
you
this
anywhere
on
that
your
you
own.
couldn't take
Correct.
yourself.
Correct.
And that's where I stand.
I saw something on the shade room.
My standard is 9 times out of 10, if I'm not able to afford to take myself here, I probably don't want to go. And again, I have a childish palate, so
Taking her to Mahogany's is a waste of money.
No,
It's
it's
like,
not, because
yes,
I
it
actually
is.
She
like
gonna order
Mahogany's.
chicken strips.
That's
Why is we here?
Why are
we're
we
not
here?
doing this.
Not
We
even
talked about this
YR.
on the last
Not even
episode. Y'all
YR.
not
Why
gonna gang
is?
up on me now. We're
Why
not
is
gonna
we
do
here?
this.
What we doing here? You want
actually
chicken
like
strips
my
on
Ordering chicken strips at Mahogany's.
You want chicken strips on a sizzling plate for what? Child plate don't even need to sizzle.
No, I want a steak. I just want it well done.
French fries at Mahogany's is wild.
She want a burnt steak at Mahogany's.
That's
Why?
crazy.
I do.
And a burnt steak at a
You need to go
steakhouse
to the
is
sizzler.
insulting.
And I want some
You
steak
need to-
sauce.
You need to go to
Baby, y'all should have seen me
Be
when
at
I
the
asked them
sizzler.
people for some steak sauce.
Yeah, you need to be at the sizzler.
Go to Western Sizzling.
I don't like West.
Go to Burger. No, what's the one that had the steak on the back?
just go to
Corral.
Central
Go to Corral
You
and
need
get
to
one of
be
them
over
steaks
there.
off the grill.
Yes, go to Corral.
Girl.
Like, no. But I
Anyway.
think, conversation and just to say, hey, I thank you. Because you got to be careful. It's so nuanced. You know what I mean? Speaking up for yourself, but even how that you're not, for women towards men at least, emasculating.
Demasculating.
I keep saying it wrong. That you don't demasculate.
I think it's a word, though.
I think it is
Emasculating is a.
They're both a word.
They
Look
are
it
both
up.
words.
What do they
Both
mean?
of them. Yeah, let's look them up.
I think it is emasculating. I think
might-
you
it might
actually
have
may
been
be
right.
right.
Let's look it up. And so, but at the same time, not being fearful to do that you don't speak up.
It's emasculating.
You know what I'm saying?
She said it right the first time.
So yeah, but I'm like, I'm looking again. I'm not saying, oh yes, I'm gonna love Chili's every time, because I personally do not like Chili's.
Emasculate.
It's about college.
Is demasculate a word?
But I am looking at his intentionality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did he set up this date, even if it's the Chili's? He gonna probably know I don't want to go no Chili's, but nonetheless. But did he set it up?
Emasculate is a common misspelling of the
Emasculate.
Okay.
It's emasculate.
Okay,
You said
got
it.
it.
We vacillate between the two all the time.
We do.
We stand corrected.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this is good. Okay, so what else are the girlies saying? So they're saying no coffee dates,
no cheesecake.
This man said, "Let me buy you lunch." He sent her
$30, I think. Was it $30?
I think it was $30, and she was offended. Where are you eating? Where are you eating? Where are you eating lunch? That's more than 30 lunch, not dinner.
Because I went to Charleston's for dinner night. It was $29.
Like lunch
and a good.
I think that goes back to what I was saying. If my lunches are typically $30 or $40, then I can see where she's coming from. Like, it wouldn't be enough for my lunch. Exactly. Now I do. There is a level of entitlement on her part,
100%.
Because. What? Take this $30 and anything over, right? Like, be grateful that you got the $30.
Don't take to social media and try to shame him, because what you got was shamed. Because lunch for $30, and then she said that wouldn't even put gas in my car. He wasn't giving you gas.
He was buying you lunch.
Yeah,
that was a very nice and kind gesture.
It was.
I just feel like sometimes I think we're too.
She was like, I was expecting $100 for lunch.
Yeah, and again, depending on where you live and where you are, maybe.
That
but
matters.
I'm also
That
saying,
matter.
like,
Location
where
matters.
was the spirit of that coming from on her part? You know what I mean? And you said, I think. Likely, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but there's some entitlement in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, girl, stop.
Girl, please.
Yeah.
Please. We do a disservice to ourselves with stuff like that. Because what does that say about your character? Like, it's telling of who you are as a person. Yeah. And it's not cute. It's not cute. That's not, I mean, I don't know. I hear a lot of things about people dating now, and when they say these things, I'm just like, girl, and that's why you're still single. Because what? Let me be clear. When my husband and I go out, if he got it, he paying. If I got it, I'm paying. There's that. There long gone are the days of like he pay every time. Yeah. If I ask him to go somewhere, if I'm asking someone to go, this is even in business. When you're doing business dates or lunch or whatever. If you invite a person out to lunch to discuss business, if you invite a person out to lunch, you need to be paying for that lunch.
You should. Yep, you should.
That's etiquette.
If you don't communicate otherwise, you should.
Yeah, like, I've been on a lunch. Somebody invited me to lunch. I would really like the opportunity to discuss a business opportunity with you. Can we do lunch? And I pay for myself. First of all, it's a tax write-off when you do business for yourself.
It is.
So
when you do business the right way.
Correct. You want to take advantage of that. But furthermore, it's just etiquette when you invite someone somewhere that you pay.
Agreed. Me paying on my ex-husband and I's. Thank you. I think it was like our third outing, our third date or whatever. Me paying, he told me when he first asked me out, he knew something was finna jump off between he and I. That's why he even asked. Because I lived in Maryland and I was home visiting here in Oklahoma. But nonetheless, our third date, we went to eat. And I was like, I got it this time. Life went on. And I think it was maybe like 2 months later. And he told me how much that impacted him.
Wow.
Because he was always the payer. And can always pay. You know, but it was just like, oh, okay, like, she got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Anyway,
but you're not. We're not average women.
We're literally was just having that conversation with my cousin.
Yeah,
on the phone. He was like, you.
I do understand that I am. You know, not trying to sound away, but I'm an exceptional woman.
Yeah,
and not every woman walks in the level of maturity like that. And but you have to get to a place where you grow up.
Yeah,
and you realize like there are so many levels to different things. Like being so rigid in your thinking.
Yes.
will get you nowhere. Like you can't grow.
There are things to be firm in, but there are things to where it's just kind of like you can compromise on that.
Tay, thank you for saying that, and Brandie, thank you for saying about not being rigid, because I used to have rigid thinking.
Same.
You know what I mean? And so
he has to pay, otherwise I'm not.
Or whatever the things, even the shooting of a shot, like or going.
Now I stand firm on.
But and so that's why I want to say, in shooting your shot, ladies and men as well, like don't compromise though. Right. Like don't compromise your core values.
I was gonna say, what things aren't we compromising? Because there are some things you should compromise, but
don't compromise core values or
whether
standards.
Whether or not you pay on a date is you can compromise on that.
Yeah. And communicate. Again, I'm not saying you compromise and like it. I'm saying in this moment, this meal got to get paid for.
It does.
So I'm about to pay, but we're going to have a conversation or not. I might just decide that's okay.
I'm saying based on this experience, that can determine whether if we have a date
and there's no follow-up
and there's no if we have a date, I have to pay for myself and I choose not to engage with you anymore because I had to pay for, that's ghosting. If you didn't have a conversation about it and say,
I was gonna say, if we leave the table and there's no follow-up, I guess
I mean
thank you but no thank you.
Right. So but
I feel like it's implied if neither of the parties reach out, then it's just kind of like it didn't work.
We're having that conversation. So this was fun. It was nice to get to know you, but I won't be. That's not a ghosting because I've let you know I'm not reaching out to you.
And I think you should do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it not just. I think it's courteous. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's courteous, but I also think it's mature. I think it's good practice and communication, and I think it's good to help someone grow and you grow. Like I think it's good that men hear feedback and that we hear feedback as why this isn't gonna work. You know,
I will say
drawn out, but you know
that I've heard many times, and it has been a thing or become a thing that a lot of women are afraid to say like, hey, this is not going to work, or, you know, hey, I don't want to move forward in person in fear of some form of negative response or retaliation,
aggression,
things like that. Aggression. That's
like,
the word.
give me some. Okay, I'm tracking, but like, what would that look like? Like with the in-person thing.
So like, you mean to tell me like I took you out on a date and I done paid for this dinner, and you gonna tell me you don't want to pursue me no more? So like, you don't want to go on a second date?
That instance, message him.
So that's what I was gonna say. So we're saying like if I say that in person, there's a little. I got it. Yeah, I get that.
Because I feel like there has been times I've seen many videos of where like people like, I'm not gonna even hold you. I got
men don't like rejection.
They don't know. They don't like it. They don't accept it.
Well, no, boys don't like rejection. Men accept rejection.
There you go. That's good. There's been times to where like in public, like I've not wanted to give my number, but I'm not giving my actual number.
Giving a fake number.
I've given my a fake number. I'll say.
Your Google phone.
There you go. I wasn't gonna say it, but since
Babe,
it's out
I'm
there.
sorry. And I was gonna say if I
No,
it's said please after the beep say your name,
I just
or whatever the Google
because I'm
phone
just
say.
like there is a level of
But that's wise.
Yeah, there is a level of discernment that I have, and with that comes, you know, wisdom. And so I'm just like, okay, let me give him this number real quick so that really he can get out of my face and I can get home safely.
Do you not feel comfortable just saying no?
No, I do, but however, it's just kind of like I don't want no smoke. I don't even want to have to deal with him feeling away because he's rejected. You know, like you can kind of tell being around people in certain settings how they may respond, and so I'll say that.
I got you.
So yeah,
interesting. But no, it's a thing. I still do believe though that as a courtesy, there needs to be some communication.
I agree
that we're not
deep, not long drawn out. I remember there was a gentleman, and I think it depends on the level of relationship or friendship or whatever too, and also the leading of Holy Spirit. I say that because we talked about it last week. that whole situation.
Last week's episode.
Yes. That wasn't one where, as much as I wanted to say, I wasn't supposed to. But then there was a gentleman at the school. He was visiting from California. His son was on a school tour, and it was a particular day that we were it was high school day, I think. Nonetheless, I had to present, and he saw me on stage, and so now we're out giving tours and all the things, and he found me, literally. And so he walked up to me and he was like, I saw you on that stage, and I said, she's somebody I gotta know. Long story short, we end up exchanging numbers. He ended up like even going to a very high-end event with me. I'm gonna say that because to say the word is too much. But literally like in 2 days, I was like, yeah, come on, because I'm like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be, a lot of people there, so no problem.
Be wise now.
Yeah. But he did. We had so much fun, and so we talked on and off for like 2 months. Like I said, he lived in Cali. Family's from here though, so he was home visiting, all the things. And as much as I enjoyed his company and conversation, his maturity, and all these different things, because I know where I'm going, and he's not, because we are in different stages in life. He's almost been there, done that, and probably would again. But right now, he ain't been there, done that, just having fun. I'm in the having fun, but to go somewhere. You get what I mean?
Purposefully.
So just exactly. So different places. And so I remember the day where I knew, like, it probably was not a wrestle, but something in my belly for like a week. Like, I need to do this. And so I remember thinking, like, I can really just not call him no more and answer these calls because I don't really know him like that. And I was like, no, because even though we didn't know each other that long, the quality of the conversations that we had were enough for me to be like, I'm going to say something. And we were both two mature people. And so I did, but I shot a text. Because y'all know me, I will call. Or something. But I'm like, no, because I don't need this to be a conversation. I just need to say what I need to say and get up out of there. And so I did. And he responded very maturely. And that was that. And then I don't think at the moment I blocked the number, but I think I deleted it for sure. Because I remember the next time I got a message like, hey, just saying hi, Merry Christmas. I did. I said, thank you. Who is this? Appreciate it. And he wrote his name back too. I'm just like, and he wrote that name back, and I could tell it was just one first name, no nothing else. I said, he angry. I said, hi, thank you, whatever. But he's respected the boundary or not. But you
said something really good. You said that you know where you're going, and I think that could possibly be a thing for some people.
That is self-awareness.
Maybe they don't know where they're going, and so they accept certain things that they typically wouldn't accept. And so coming into a full knowing of who and whose you are and where you're going, your walk in purpose and life, just literally all the things, it is important. Otherwise, you're subject to be led to the wilderness.
Is it Martin Luther King who said if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything?
You'll fall for anything.
I don't know if that was Martin Luther King, but that
somebody
is a well-known
is that
quote.
the same quote though? Yeah. But that's what I was gathering as you were talking. Like if you don't know, you'll fall for anything.
You literally will.
We don't want to be out here following.
We don't want to be out here powerless. Yeah, such
this is a good conversation.
No, seriously. Because I've been. Here's another one.
Okay.
We gotta do better, women.
Oh, and I want to say to your point, we really have to be we really out here grown for real. And if you're not grown, I would hope that you're growing in it's a process. You're growing and evolving. Yes. We really have to be careful how we handle people.
Absolutely. Which is why we shouldn't ghost them.
Because you never know when you're going to have to cross that person again, be it in business, be it in ministry, just what have you. We need to be out here learning proper etiquette.
Yeah. Agreed.
At a big age.
Or at any age.
Honestly.
But
I agree.
Especially at a big age. So another situation, another scenario. I think I sent this to y'all on Instagram a while ago.
Did we see it? Because you be saying
y'all
at a time.
Y'all do too. Y'all don't.
I'll be like, hold on. I'm not even on here enough.
I was gonna say, did we respond?
I'm like, text me. Go check the group.
It was the one where this group of females were out for birthday dinner. This man with his wife.
I remember this.
And I think their kid, and then his coworker, radio station coworker or something. Anyway, it was her birthday. He paid for her meal. And
Wait,
his
start
wife
over.
and
I'm
his
sorry.
Where am I starting?
Who paid for whose meal?
The man paid for everybody.
No.
Oh, sorry.
So the man
I didn't see
paid
the
for the
video.
radio host meal.
Yeah, he paid for
Okay.
his co-worker's meal because it was her birthday.
Okay,
Right.
but he was out with his wife and his child.
And the other women that were invited to
Okay,
that
got it.
were invited to the
So
dinner.
it was the
Oh, I did.
co-host.
I
It was the
remember
radio
now.
host's birthday.
Yes.
Everybody came together.
Yes.
The husband was there with the wife, and he decided to pay for the birthday girl's dinner.
Correct.
As well as his wife and child.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And every other woman at that table expected him to pay for them.
Not
But
so.
no, thank
Baby.
you.
And
No,
when I say
not
talked
my
about
man.
him like talked about him, not my man, talked about this man like a dog because
Baby,
he
not
didn't.
my man. Unless there has been a
And
discussion.
then the cake, the actual. The birthday girl was like, "You cheap and you need to be paying for everybody's."
To the
Baby,
man.
to my man? She said that.
And the wife was like, "He don't owe y'all that.
He doesn't.
He does not.
He don't owe like."
This ain't birthday dinner on me. It
Right.
is, but for you, it's your
For the
birthday.
birthday girl.
And really, it doesn't have to be because it could be on
When
one
it is,
bill.
could have paid. Oh no!
I feel like
You're
y'all
the
really
only-
should have came
Check
together
the
and
argument.
made sure
You're the only man at this table.
No,
You should be you being broke.
That's
you acting
so
broke. You acting
outdated.
ghetto.
You
now,
acting
mind
broke
you,
and ghetto.
You're
That's
acting
wild.
broke and ghetto.
Let me
Y'all
be
are
the
having
wife.
this conversation.
Let me
in
be the
this
wife.
restaurant.
Little
standing
Johnny, go to
up,
the car.
because
addressing this man as if he
Little Johnny, go to the car. We'll be right there.
baby.
You the broke.
The birthday girl was like, "This is
I need to hear this.
right."
Baby, so
The birthday girl was like,
you not paying for all these heifers dinners.
Yeah.
The birthday girl was like, "This is embarrassing. This is ghetto. You could at least." And I'm thinking, heifer,
The audacity.
the audacity of you because I can take yours off my ticket too. Y'all are doing
Matter of fact,
way
take
too
it
much.
off.
That's not good.
The only argument for
Check, please,
him,
mine is hers.
mine is hers.
Yeah.
Their only argument was you're the only man at this table.
No,
Okay, and
so
and
what?
what's your point?
So where's
what?
yours?
Where? Yes,
Because
Where
the
is
point
yours?
that you're making is
I was like,
invalid.
my
I don't
husband is
agree
not
at all.
obligated to pay for everybody's. He paid for hers, and that's
I'm
enough.
done talking and we're leaving.
and
we're
we're leaving,
walking.
and
What?
we're moving.
And you
you
ain't
ain't
never got to worry about it again.
Never again.
Because we're not going nowhere with you for you to be
No.
embarrassed about the fact that y'all are too broke to pay for y'all.
That I covered your meal.
Also-
and nobody tell you to
and
order
that's
them
what it
appetizer-
is right
yeah,
there.
you order
That's
the
what it is.
appetizer, a drink,
You
order
order
the
other things.
Y'all
You
better stop
can't
doing
afford
that.
the mindset
No.
that someone else,
Else was
because he
paying.
was a man,
Entitlement.
he was going to pay for y'all
he's
dinner.
not your
and
man. He's
no.
not even
He's
your
not.
cousin.
He's not your
You
man.
don't even know this
I don't
man.
My
expect your
man?
husband to pay for me when we go somewhere.
Baby.
Say what?
And
Unless it's stated like,
Unless he
hey,
said,
we're taking you out
Yeah,
for X, Y, and Z,
exactly.
then there is an expectation that
otherwise,
I'm covered.
I'm not
but
like Pastor
outside
guy.
of that, baby,
What?
Because that's crazy.
stop showing up to these
And
places without
I'm
money.
I'm the kind of wife. Don't try it.
Yeah.
Because I will embarrass all of y'all. Like,
Yeah.
do not try it. Trying to shame my husband
Yeah.
for something
It's
that he's
not gonna
not
ever be that.
obligated to do,
It's a no.
it ain't gonna never be
Did
that.
people agree, like in the comments and stuff?
I don't think so. I mean, there are
Maybe
going to be
some,
some
but for
women
the
who are going to be
majority,
like,
I
"Oh,
feel like
he
with
is the
this
man. He
shit,
should."
where we are-
Well, the majority
Girl,
people
the majority of
don't
people
know.
are like, they are
'Cause I'm
insane.
I don't think I read the
They
comments.
can't.
but yeah,
Insane
Crazy.
for you to think that. Like,
Baby, you look like me.
Girl, you look.
insane. Insane. The way you just did it.
Baby, it
That is
ain't
your
never
daughter.
gonna be. And if you want to talk about it outside, we can, because
Yeah.
you're not gonna come to my husband like that. That's insane.
We're not gonna talk
what was
about it
another one.
outside.
There
We
was I mean,
Right here.
We can, but we're going to talk about it right here.
we can talk about it in here.
Yeah.
But if we need to
Handle
escalate,
it.
we can handle it outside. Is my point.
It's no need.
Because she will. But anyway, no, but yeah, it was.
It's
Meet us
giving
at
y'all
church
broke.
tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m. Meet us.
Listen, you have a right to defend.
Breaking news.
Amen.
Local pastor. At the Cheesecake Factory with her tall lettuce wraps.
Or the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
that's a good
it's
story.
it
Come
is.
on.
Real life story.
But no, yeah, I just think that that's crazy, and to think that people owe you that,
No.
that's just no.
Yeah.
That's just no. Like,
No.
That's just-
no, you should be in a position. For,
Now,
That
I will
brings me
say,
to another don't let me
that
forget.
I have male friends that mostly always cover me.
Same, but I don't expect
I don't
it.
expect them to, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's where I
Sorry,
was
we
getting.
got excited.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
I have male friends that when I say 9 times out of 10, they always cover me.
Same.
There are also times to where I'm just like, you know what? I got it this time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So there is no expectation
Yeah, like
that
the
they
audacity.
should, or, like, it goes back to communication.
Yeah.
Why are we so afraid to communicate?
Which I think even you paying
because
sometimes open them up to keep paying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Or there has
Because
been
I know
times
she
to
doesn't
where
expect it. I know she.
there has been times to where, here's the thing, I know they're mostly always going to pay, but even in that, when they ask me, I'm just like, you know what? It's not really in my budget right now. So that they decide, hey, if you really want me to go, one or two things are going to happen. You're going to pay for, you know what I'm saying?
You're going to only get a Pizookie.
Or I'm not gonna eat.
Yeah.
You gonna sit here and eat my face?
Right. You can pay, you can choose to pay for me if you like. Or I can go and we can just you can eat and we can enjoy each other's company.
And I'm cool with
and
that.
I'm okay
all right
with
with
that.
that.
They're not finna do
But they're not
They're not
okay
gonna
with
do
that.
that.
Yeah.
But that
That's a
speaks
little
to
bit
the caliber.
manipulative. No, I'm just like,
What you say?
that's a little bit manipulative.
That speaks to the caliber of men that they are. Yeah. Men that they are.
Yes, absolutely.
They would never allow
Here's
that.
another one. Okay. Are y'all ready?
We're ready.
You heifers. Here's another one. Going to these restaurants and we splitting the bill 18 ways. Girl, I ordered a salad. You ordered a cocktail, a steak, a lobster, and
I'm
you think
paying
we're gonna
for what I ordered
You think we're
unless
splitting
there
it?
has been a prior discussion that we are splitting the bill.
Why would we split the bill?
Oh, that's happened before. I've done that before.
No, yeah.
So it's not,
within reason. But if y'all coming in here ordering filet mignon, lobster,
things that y'all would not tip, that's the problem. These are things that y'all would typically not order if you were paying with your own funds.
Yeah.
And that's the thing for me. I'm ordering what I want to order every time.
And what I would order every time.
Right, because it's what I like. And it's what I can afford and what I want to pay. There are times to where I may want a steak, but a steak is not in my budget.
I got a burger
so
budget.
I'm going to order a burger
or chicken
tenders. I'm probably gonna order chicken tenders all the time. Or grilled chicken anyway. So, but
fries.
Anyway.
Okay.
And the Pizookie.
Amen.
And coffee.
All right. Jesus.
We're done.
Y'all finish y'all done.
We're done.
We've been through this twice.
But yeah, I think that's wild. I just think this generation is doing the absolute most. Because who came up with that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be 20 of us. We gonna all order what we gonna order. You can order an appetizer, that's fine. But we gonna.
This is why
entitlement.
I knew a guy. I knew a guy who he would often cover. Like he would go out with groups and he would offer cover the meal, but he would wait until the end after everybody has already ordered. He would never go in
telling them.
Yep, he would never go in and say like, "Hey, I got y'all. You know, y'all order what y'all want to order, or you know, whatever y'all want." He would always wait until the end after everyone has already ordered what they ordered within budget, within their own budget.
Right. Yeah.
And then he would pay for the meal.
That's one of the Here's another thing. Since we on a roll, etiquette. If you in the instant, so for instance, when your friend reach out to you and you're like, that's not in my budget, you know, so and then they say, well, come on anyway. When someone is offering to pay for you, be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Order within your budget.
Don't go crazy. Or if you really want to ask, like, is it okay if I get this lobster?
Salmon is not in your budget.
What's my budget?
Yeah.
So don't order it.
If you see me order water.
Order water.
Yeah.
You ordering a cocktail and a soda or a tea is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm ordering a chicken meal. And you ordered what they call it? What they call it?
You ordering $30 jambalaya or a seafood platter?
What I call it when the sea and the land and the
chicken is
hold on. Dang it. You said that and it threw me. Surf and turf.
Surf and turf? Yeah. You ordering surf and turf? And I'm
only turfing.
Or you ordering an appetizer?
And I'm only turfing. It's a problem.
The audacity. Let's be mindful. Let's be mindful. Because you dare not even turf.
Right.
Or, you dare not even surf.
You're better than me
turfing.
because what I typically do with that is
you got a $10 budget. You got a $15 budget.
Home on a $10
Can you bring the kids meal with the crayon?
Because she ordered on the kids meal anyway.
I'm ordering. Yep.
Like, let's be courteous. Let's not take advantage of people's kindness.
But see, you're better than me because
when you honor people's courteous
courteousness
towards you, it allows them or opens them up to be courteous again in the future.
Don't be a user.
If you take advantage of me, it's never happening
and
again.
I might not say nothing then, but I won't do it again.
I'm gonna pay for this $30 salmon.
Yep.
But don't please believe next time it's not happening. And don't. And if you ever come somewhere with me and you're not prepared to pay for yourself, and we haven't had a discussion ahead of time, baby.
Yeah, let me know when you get in the kitchen. I'll come back to pick you up,
baby.
Here's my thing with that is
I'm better than you. Why?
I'm tell you why. I'm about to tell you why. Because if I ask my friend like, hey girl, you want to go grab some dinner, and she says or he said, well, it's not in my budget right now. I say, okay, friend, I got you, but your limit is $30.
Yeah,
or $20, or it depends. You know what I'm saying? I know what my finances look like. I know where we're going. You know what I mean? It does depend on where you're going. Like if we go to Red Lobster, or if we go to Cheesecake Factory, or if we go to Manhattan, it depends on the occasion. I make sure.
Want a Brahms or Golden Chip? Wingstop.
I got Wingstop. Baby,
Wingstop went up though.
I was gonna say Wingstop is like $40.
She told me my total the other day. I said, "Can you repeat my order?" Can't be there. How?
But that's me.
What did you hear me say?
Did you get
Can
two?
you repeat my order?
Is that two? Was that just one combo?
What did you hear me say? Because I didn't say that. I said that.
But I wanted water. Is that with or without the drink?
So it costs to get off flex. And Crispy got it. Okay. Yeah. Well, I still want it.
Yeah, but I make sure that I'm very intentional with letting them know that they have, like, hey, I got you, but I got,
and you got a budget because I got a budget.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I want to serve, I want to give generously,
and that's how it should be. People are now
too.
out here broke. Like, come on now. Yeah. Well, no, there are people.
Some people are.
Let me say, some people are out here broke. However, because people have budgets in place, because people are budget conscious, does not mean that they're broke.
No.
In fact, you should probably take a few lessons out of their books.
It means I'm not broke,
right? So that you wouldn't
be in this position again. Yeah.
This is good.
The fact that you're in this position more often than not.
That if you're
says
the thing,
says a lot about
cover you.
Yeah. Now I will say there are seasons. There should not be multiple back-to-back seasons. We shouldn't have to go through too many reruns.
You also need to be mature enough to say, I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
Because somebody always has to cover me, and you know what I'm saying. There has to be a level of self-awareness.
I know our circle. Like with our circle, we will say we got some.
Let somebody say that though.
Right. Don't expect
that. Don't assume. You know what I'm saying? Like let somebody say, "Nah, come on." Now we ain't gonna let you.
Right.
Come on. But even in that, be mindful of what you order when that happens.
You ordering more than no.
Yeah, your food costing more than my food is insane.
I got a 10. You got a 15. What's happening?
I got a 10-piece. Follow suit. Matter of fact,
that's a little different with me.
Let me like 8.
Yeah,
I'm being
because she gonna get a kid's meal. But so don't
my meal go mostly.
Can I at least order an adult meal?
$15. Absolutely.
I got $7. I got you the $7. Don't worry about it.
But no, like it's just being courteous. Yeah. Don't take advantage of people's kindness, right? Because people don't have to be kind. Yeah. We should be, but they don't have to be.
It's the blatant disrespect for me.
Is this gonna be too?
There has been times to where I have picked someone's meal up, but then I've turned around and see them make a large purchase.
Yeah, that's insult. That can be insulting.
It's very insulting, and I'm just like, what do you do?
That's a slap in my face.
That is a slap in my face.
Or if I see you out here buying things and you owe me money.
You owe me money.
Yeah. It's a mental note for sure.
Yep.
And it will not happen again.
It will not happen again.
It will not happen again. Sure. That has happened to me a number of times. Also, like, people just be out here doing stuff.
But then I'm the problem if I address it.
If you don't address it, you mean?
No,
you mean if I address it, then I become the problem? Right. Like, you...
Like to the person.
That's crazy.
I'm aware that it's not a problem. I'm saying on there, it's just like, if you bring it up, as a way
if you didn't have it, you shouldn't have.
Right, as a way to hold them accountable.
Can't be. Call them right now. call him.
You know, because we're talking about communication and helping
that made my
people
eyes
grow.
Can't be what you thought you could say to me. Ended up being okay. I was for real. Got it. Me outside. Yeah.
How about that?
That's what you thought you should have said. Okay.
That's what we doing.
Oh,
Meet me off green. It was parked. Thank you.
Yeah. Cover cameras.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah.
But no, it happens.
It does.
It happens, and it's wild. But the reason it's wild is because we are not like that. But it does happen, and people just have to be aware and like conscious of how you out here moving, because what you never want to do is burn. First of all, don't burn a bridge with a person who would build one for you. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. And because there are enough people out here that would not have your back, but to cross someone or to burn someone who would always have your back,
or who have always
or has always had your back, it's crazy to me. Like, move, but just do better, people.
Yeah.
This is so good. How we went from shooting our shots to all the common courtesies and decencies of relationships.
That's good.
In general.
Yeah, across the board.
Across the board. Whether it's a date or a friend date or just social connection. Yeah, like... So recap, go on the coffee dates.
Yes.
Go to Cheesecake Factory if that man is taking you to Cheesecake Factory. Yes. Be grateful and prepared to pay for your food, whether or not they've offered to pay.
Yes.
Be courteous when people do offer to pay.
Yes. And if you don't like something, communicate.
And communicate.
Yeah, communicate.
The biggest lesson from this episode, communicate. All the things can be talked about, discussed. Like, so true, transparent, transformative.
I think I shared my transparent moment at the top.
I don't know if I have. I don't think I have one today.
Truth, I be talking a good game, but people take advantage of me all the time.
Yeah, I would probably have to. Yep.
Transparency, also, I guess.
Yeah.
Truth, transparent.
In what way?
All the ways. Because even
how can we help you?
And I say that because and I'm like, I'll take a mental note. It won't happen again.
There has been many times where,
like if it's just the heart of who I am as a person. If somebody reaches out to me in need of something and I have it, it's very hard for me to be like no, because last time
I got you.
Even if I don't say the last time you part,
just say no.
Just to say no.
That's tough.
And there's an actual need.
I got it.
Even if because I don't.
Do you think they ask because you always say yes?
Absolutely. I would have to agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've had this conversation many times. And there have been times where I'm just like, sis, you can't. You want me to say something?
My husband all the time. I will say something. But just in general, like, people, And I don't know. But, I mean, is it going to...
That's very vulnerable. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to change anytime soon. It's just who I am as a person. But I'm aware of it. Yeah. Right? And I can recognize it when it's happening. Like, I'm just like, okay.
Is there a reason that you feel that you don't address it?
And then when in times when I have said no, it's like, it's different. Because I said no. Like, now it feels different.
Like the relationship shifted?
But that's telling.
It is, but yeah.
Of them.
It feels different, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Like they're in their feelings because because you told them no. Okay.
The pot has dried.
Yeah. Well, has run dry. Yep.
It just feels that way. Like it just feels.
You're fine.
Yeah.
That was very transparent.
Yeah, that was very transparent.
Yeah.
I don't think I have one this time.
It's something that I would like to transform, but I know my husband would like me to transform it too. I'm working on it.
I'm tired of hearing about this.
No, literally. We still talking about this. Do you need me to? No, Superman. I got it.
We're not gonna change it,
because he will come with that strong energy.
Yeah, real strong.
I'm trying to think what it was that we was at the church, and he was like, he told us to do something. I was like,
you got to move it so fast. But then I don't even think that I don't even think you knew like what to do. You just started moving around like okay, like grab yourself till we leaving. Come on.
I need that energy. I love it.
Yes.
Baby, check me.
It's good energy.
Please and thank you.
It's so funny. So really quickly, quick fun thing. Everything been funny, but here we are. So we took a charter bus to Texas last week.
Did y'all get on the ones and twos?
No.
Okay.
But Jesse was there. And so we I was literally excited when he got on that bus. Like excited for chaos. I was like, yes, he was like, what's up, Miss Tia? Anyway, but nonetheless, before Miss Tillman. Miss Tillman. I was like, who is Miss Tillman? Y'all know who I'm talking about. But the bus driver, speaking of energy,
I don't even know him, and I love him.
He got on. I was looking down, reading off names. I looked up. I said, Jesse. So, but before we went, as always, when we charter, the driver will text or call to say, "Hey, I'm such and such. Just an update. I'll be there this time, whatever." And so the gentleman who was our driver, Randall, he texted and he said, "Hi, this is Randall. I'll be there this time. Looking forward to driving you off." I said, "Okay, thank you." And I said, "We're gonna leave 30 minutes early." I said, "Did you get my email because of the weather, traffic, blah blah blah?" And the gang got moved up 30 minutes early. I said, "You know that traffic within Texas, whatever." So that was that. And his response to me was, he said, "I'm aware, but I'll take care of it though." That energy brought some. I said, "Me and Mr. Reedy might be on a date on that." I got on that bus, and I said, "In fact, we will not be." But
and why was that?
Yeah, well, he was married.
Y'all let that be the reason. Y'all was gonna be out here purposefully walking in purpose.
It was a purpose.
Hand in hand.
Ooh, baby.
For sure. I said
Chanel,
we in fact
very clear. If I ever hear you tell me,
you better walk in purpose, sis.
Well, it's gonna be a problem, but it was that energy.
Look at them walking in purpose.
Yeah, like, baby, she don't think you don't do my man like that. But that energy, it was man energy.
Yes.
He said, "I'm aware," and he said, "I'll handle it." And I was like, "Handle
man
it."
energy,
and it was just
something.
enough. Like I think sometimes
don't
men
do too
can be
much.
overzealous. You know,
don't
they
do too
can do
much.
a lot.
Yep.
It's the difference between man energy and aggression. Like, don't be overtly aggressive, but there's a certain level of assertiveness.
I got it. Mm-hmm. It's sexy,
baby.
There's a certain level of
sit
down. Nah, don't do that.
Well, sometimes you could do that.
No. There is aggressive sit down, and there's aggressive sit down, and there is subtle, sexy, attractive, sit down,
strong, like,
yeah.
Okay. You want me to sit up? Get your ass. How you want me to sit? Hey, straighten up my back. You want me to sit? Okay. Arch it a little bit. It's better. All right. Is this good? Okay. Cross at the knee.
Say less.
That's where you want me to sit. Right.
How?
And we thank you for tuning in today. This is Sister Talks. This is Sister Talks led by God. We'll see y'all next time. Make sure you share, comment, subscribe, all of those notifications.
And follow us on Instagram, TikTok,
and let us know your thoughts in the comments as well.
Yeah, we want to hear back from you.
You like the man energy? Comment down below.
Come on, let us know.
Hey.
This has been great.
It has been good.
It's been great. I hope that it's helped somebody out there.
Yeah,
don't be out here single because you doing too much.
Open up a little
and don't be
bit.
out here chasing.
Keep an open mind.
Yeah, be open but not too
you know what we didn't
be
touch
open
on?
but don't bust it wide open.
We didn't touch on.
And then when you get married, bust all the things open.
Bust it open.
When you get married, we didn't touch on women proposing.
Next time.
Next time.
Wait.
Never.
No.
Do we need next time? It's a short conversation.
No,
never.
Not never?
There you go.
What?
I didn't propose.
You think
I know you did, but I'm saying I feel like there's a thought.
I need you to look
this
silly,
is
but I don't want to offend nobody.
It's the reprise.
Yeah, this is the reprise.
You think it's okay?
You think that's okay, Chanel?
No.
Okay,
but I don't want to offend anybody. I think this the fool, but
okay. So that's
for me to get down on my knees.
For me, it's not even a what's for you is for you and how. It's just a hard no. It's a stern no.
Well, the Bible says a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
It's a lot.
He didn't say nothing about her going to find nothing. So
just don't.
But I think that can even be
get up.
Since if you need this moment,
my daughter Mimi would say, "Stand up."
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Girl, get up.
Get up.
And I'm not playing.
And right now.
Get up.
It's crazy.
Right. Now what? We love y'all.
We're gonna continue to talk.
Reprise.
I was gonna say, what if y'all are like in the building and it happens, and you know the person, or you.
I'm not going to embarrass her in the moment. I'll be like, "No, girl, why did you do that?"
Are you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Why you do that?
Why did you do that? Because here's what I think. This is what I've felt.
You need people who gonna say, don't do that.
You absolutely do.
Here's what I felt, and this is just me, and this might not be every case.
How did you get here?
How did you get here?
Why we didn't
You want to know how? You want to know? You want to know?
You knew what we would say.
You want to know?
What?
Because they've dated for 5 years and she tired of waiting.
Yeah. Desperation will cause you to do some desperate things.
Yes, it will. And no, because like I said,
it's not giving desperate.
I feel like men know.
Oh, for sure.
When you're going to be their wife
in 6 months,
within 6 months, you being engaged for 9, 7, 5, 3,
10
years is a long. That's
not even engaged. You just being with them for 5, 7,
you my 10. Boyfriend for 7 years.
Yeah. And you don't want that. Now, if that's what y'all agree on and that's what you both want, that's one thing.
But did y'all agree on that because he don't want it?
No, that's what I'm saying. If I know, because I'm thinking of like older.
You really
people.
want that?
There are some older people who've been married, got grown kids. They kind of like, I don't want to redo marriage, but I want to.
My dad is like, I would like a partner, but I don't want to ever get married again.
But I'm saying that. But if that's
my landlord for my office, him and his partner are not married because they're like 70, 80, and they're just like, we've been.
I still want to be married.
Yeah,
it's not gonna take that long.
That's not me. But you know, but some people. But if that's not what you agreed to, if that's not what you wanted, don't allow desperation to cause you to make a desperate decision.
And if that man tell you he's not ready for a relationship or ready for marriage,
believe him.
He's not ready.
Believe him.
So don't think that you can continue to go dates on. You can continue to go dates on him, have social connections with him, have situationships with him.
Why?
Sleep with him.
For what?
You said a baby. For a baby, all the things like a baby is not gonna change that.
Or he's not ready to do it with you. Because I've had someone tell me they weren't ready for that. Like a week later, and they in that thing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay,
that's real.
That just means that he wasn't for you, or you weren't for him. Yeah,
he's not.
And all of those things are okay.
Space.
Yep.
You're filling space, and that's exactly what you're doing. And there's no baby, nothing you can do. You could buy him whatever. It's not changing.
You can't put it on him and make him.
Because
that's the thing
and
too.
Else,
like, girl, I got that good, or I got this, or I got that. That's why he.
Any of those,
he wanted to marry you, which is why he married you.
That you're doing any of those things. That's witchcraft.
It is.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
No, just know, and it's not gonna work.
Yep.
So, and you're gonna be out here looking a fool. But anyway, that's been this episode of Sister Talks led by God.
Yes.
And we will see y'all next time.
Bye.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my